fabulous humans. Welcome to my new channel, Grace, and yeah, we're gonna film a makeup tutorial today. I apologize for the background and my hair. Something came over me. I decided, hey, let's curl our bangs, and we're just gonna let them, they're gonna do their thing today. So I already primed my face and everything, and so I like to start off with eyebrows. I particularly like, I honestly don't even know what color this is. It's light brown. It's the e.l.f. like brow gel. Is that what it's called? Lock-on liner and brown brow cream. I don't know what any of this is called. For the brush, I like to use, this is actually an e.l.f. It is an eyebrow duo brush. So you've got your little spoolie and then you've got your angled brush. I know what these things are called, but I don't. If I make any stupid faces, please don't judge me. It's been a day. And I'm actually gonna start with this eyebrow first because this eyebrow has more of a, I don't even know. It has more of a little bit more hair right there, and then this one doesn't. I don't know why they're like that, but they are. So I'm going to make that one a little bit thicker on the other side. So I'm gonna do this one first. This eyebrow needs to be cleaned up with concealer, but it's pretty much done. Why? Bro, why? Kind of show you guys what I'm doing with this eyebrow because it's closer. So I just kind of start off on the bottom here. Oh my. And then a lot of people try not to get product right here, but I think it helps blend everything in. Then right here, I'm just going a little bit lower than I typically would because I need to match this other side. And I'm weird, I don't do the top, I just kind of blend everything up to the top. I don't know what, and if you hear talking in the background, that's my family, so yeah, I'm sorry. Alright, so I'm done with that, and so now it is time to start with the eyes. I like to prime my eyes with this Wet n Wild eyeshadow primer. I'm sorry, nothing is focusing. Maybe if I like hold it closer to my face because it wants to focus in on all of the crevices and disgusting things of my face. And so I just apply it with my, oh my word, don't get it in your eyelashes, by the way. It like, it gets messy. Oh, I forgot, you're technically not supposed to drag it. You're supposed to just kind of pat it on. Hopefully that helps avoid some creasing, which honestly, has anyone ever actually figured out how to keep things from creasing? Because I don't think so. Okay, so what I'm going to be using for this particular makeup tutorial is this Morphe palette. It's a 12Z. I think it's also called like Zodiac or something. And so if I open it up, it's got all of these very like smoky colors. As you can see, I've used almost every one of them. And you're gonna hate me. Here is the, hey, here's the trick. This whole look is sparkles. There are no matte colors. Even the transition colors are sparkles. So this is a fun look. To save ourselves from dying, I am going to be spraying my brushes with, this is just, you can buy any rose water, but this is a Garnier rose water. I use it to tone. You can use setting spray too, but I noticed that this stuff works really well in just making sure that the brush sticks on to all those different things. And I will teach you a trick if you end up having some really bad fallout. This is an Anastasia brush. I use this particular blending brush for just about anything. This is gonna be the main brush pretty much that we use throughout this entire look, and we're just gonna keep building off of that. So we're gonna really quickly just spritz that down. Make sure it's not too wet, but just wet enough to where it's gonna grab the color. There's already sparkles like all over the palette. So to start, we're going to go in with, actually, do I want to do that? Yes. You're gonna kill me. We're gonna start out with this really light shimmery shade here, and we're just gonna go like blend from the crease like up to the eyebrow. It's kind of gonna smoke it out here too. We have kind of the base color down, and so you're gonna grab your palette again, and just with that same one, I'm just gonna keep building on this brush. We're gonna go in with this right here. It's a bit darker, so make sure you keep it like right in that crease, and then when it lightens up a little bit, you can start like blending it out. I clearly have no idea what I'm saying, and that's wonderful. So I'm just gonna start right here. As you can see, there's a color change. And so blend it in down here to the inner corner. I don't know why, I just like making things look very dramatic. And just keep dragging that out right there. Feels like I'm straining my voice. Now we're going to make things really dark with this last color right here, which is, wow, can you get close to the camera, please? This color right here, which is like probably the darkest gray that we have, except there's a darker one, but we'll be using that for eyeliner. And I mean, just pack that in the crease. And we are going to be blending this one out. All right, now comes the messy and yet incredibly fun part. So I'm going to be doing the concealer. There are people walking around outside. Okay, I'm gonna use this brush. It's like a Real Techniques dupe. Just like to use my foundation. And so this one is, oh, I switched the cap. Porcelain Fit Me foundation. So I'm just gonna use, there's a lot of product that gets stuck in there. So I'm just going to gather that up on my brush. You want to use the shorter end, and then the longer end will be towards your inner corner of your eye. And this part is slightly terrifying. So now that I have done the crease, typically people like to set it, but I'm not going to because we've got all these sparkles we're trying to maintain here. I am going to grab just a flat shader brush. So this one's MAC, it's a 213. Going to, once again, just spritz that. And then I'm gonna take, got sparkles on me. I'm gonna take the first shade that we started out with, and I'm just gonna pat that all over where we did that, and then try to blend it in some without messing up the cut crease. So typically this is where I start to have fallout issues, so just lightly pat it on. And so now, taking this blending brush, again, I'm gonna go back in with the darkest color that we used before. So that would be this one. And we are just going to darken up the crease a little bit again, because it got really light. So that'll look something like that. So now that we're done with that, I'm going to be taking an actual matte color, guys. So I'm going to be taking that dark color right there. It's a very dark gray. and using the smudge brush. This is an It Cosmetics dual-sided brush. I'm going to be using this as kind of like an eyeliner, and that was definitely not enough color. And I'm just going to kind of do like a little smoked out wing like that. Just kind of smoke that into the corner like that. My hair's still acting dumb. And I will probably fix that a little bit with some concealer, and I'm gonna move to this side. All right, now we're gonna move on to the lower lash line. Yes, that is what it's called, Caitlin, good job. I like to kind of fluff things out just a little bit. So I'm gonna be using the other end to this Anastasia thing, brush. Woo. And we're going to be just applying that. And what we're gonna do, we're going to spray it, of course. We're going to be going in with, actually, debating. Okay, it's still gonna be sparkly on the bottom too. So we're gonna go in with that light gray and then with our darker gray that we used for our crease. We're only gonna go about halfway to leave this corner of our eye open as to not close it off, because I've already closed it off a lot with the eyeliner. So like right there is perfect. And then we're gonna take the darker shade and lightly just smoke it. And once you are done with all of that, it is time to move on to mascara. So this is one of my favorites. It is an e.l.f. It is the Volume Plumping Mascara. What else did I think it was? There's no explanation for mascara, so I'm just gonna go with it. But look at that brush. That brush though, it's beautiful. I like brushes with just kind of, they're just smaller. The normal brushes, I don't like when they're super big and they have like random grooves in them trying to make your eyelashes look like butterflies or something. Like, no, I want eyelashes. So I'm gonna apply this. Okay, so I have finished going in with that mascara, but I want my eyelashes to be really drawn out and noticeable since we've got a lot of other stuff going on here. So I'm gonna go in with another mascara. I'm going to be using this. It's the It Cosmetics Superhero, and it is a sample size. I love sample size stuff because you can buy it without having to buy the full thing, and if you hate it, you don't have to regret the fact that you just spent $50 on a mascara that you're never gonna use again. Alright, so now I am done with that, and so like I said, you're gonna have a little bit of fallout. I don't think it's very noticeable on the camera because it's a very light sparkle, but what I do, I am gonna go in with my Coty Airspun powder. I love this stuff so much. You can find it at Walgreens. It's way in the back, kind of off to the side in its own little container. But this one is an extra translucent. I wanted just translucent because I don't particularly need extra coverage, but life is full of disappointments and you're never gonna get what you want, so fun. So how powder just went like everywhere. I'm just gonna be taking this powder brush. It's another It Cosmetics brush, and you're gonna apply like the smallest bit of powder onto the brush. That is a lot. And what you're gonna do is you're just gonna really quickly flick, and that will take away whatever fallout you have. And why you only need a little bit is because, as you can tell, I haven't added my foundation or anything, and I don't want to look cakey underneath there. So now we're gonna go in with foundation. So I'm gonna go back in with my Fit Me foundation, and I'm going to be using a wonderful little beauty blender that is old and falling apart like myself. So that should be about all you need, depending on how much coverage you want on your face. And obviously I need a little bit because my face is being it's just being dumb today. Okay, so I finished applying my foundation, so now I'm gonna go in with my Idk I concealer, and obviously you want to get your dark circles, but I also like to go in right here. We're gonna hit this spot right here, and then if I can get my bangs to cooperate, I like to go in right here just to highlight various places as well. And then we're gonna go back in with our cut crease beauty blender and just buff that all in. So now we're gonna move on and we're gonna be working on settings. So I'm gonna go back in with my Coty Airspun powder, and I'm gonna be taking another mini beauty blender and patting it underneath my eyes, around the nose, here, there, just anywhere that I just put the concealer. And one thing, I do not bake. I find that it makes everything very cakey, so I put it on and then I immediately will swipe it off. And then sometimes I like to have my natural pale face, but I'm going to be going in with some bronzer. So for bronzer, I like to use this one. It's very warm, almost orangish, and it's got these kind of sparkles in it. I know you can't see, this is getting out of hand. And I actually don't know what brand this is. If you guys know what brand that is, then I guess tell me. And I like using this miniature Real Techniques contour brush. So we're gonna tap into that, move our bangs here, and just start going in. I do a mixture of blending and patting just because, once again, I'm trying to avoid any extreme cakiness. And then I also like to do a little bit right at the nose. Okay, so then I am going to do some highlighter. I personally really like this. It's a miniature, but it's a Becca highlighter. This is in Moonstone and it's broken, so I'm going to attempt to show you, but it's not even gonna focus. Focus. Okay, that's as good as it's gonna get. Taking another e.l.f. brush, and this is a wonderful fan brush, even though I know literally like nobody uses fan brushes anymore, but I do. I'm gonna spray it just because, considering the amount that you can get on a fan brush of highlighter isn't much, I try to at least get as much as I possibly can. As you can see, I ditched the mirror for a second and just started using my phone because I was lazy. Gotta get that new ooh, what am I? Alright, and now the final thing that I'm gonna do is my lips, and I kind of really just want to keep this natural color, so we're gonna go in with more of a natural, like, pinkish color. I'm going to be using, it's another miniature, who would have guessed, the Lipstick Queen Frog Prince. The only thing about this color is that it is obviously more of like a lipstick, not much matte. So I am going to teach you another little trick. If you want to make something matte, all you have to do is take translucent powder and a tissue. You're gonna put the tissue paper over your lips like this. I'm just gonna use my powder brush, and we're gonna dip that in. And you're just gonna start, oh my, it's falling, patting. And for the most part, it's almost less shiny. And so we're gonna do it again. Pat that on. And that pretty much, there's a little bit of shimmer left, so we're gonna pat off, but for the most part, that took away the extreme sheen of it. And then, just to end it all off, we are going to set it again with this wonderful stuff. So, and that was way too close to my face. But yeah, but that is all, guys. I hope this was a decent makeup tutorial because obviously I don't really know what I'm doing like half the time. But I know people had liked kind of this eye, and this is just a variation of just kind of the silver eyeshadow I did this year. So I just want to thank you all for those of you who watched, and thank you for dealing with my weirdness, and there will probably be more videos to come. So yeah, bye!